What we call art is probably the most praised thing that people have made. Many people think that music, drawing, and writing are the most important types of art, but architecture can sometimes completely blow our minds. We always expect our homes to keep us safe and warm, but every once in a while, there are those strange homes that make us scratch our heads, right? That effect seems to be something that some of the builders were trying to achieve with their work. Let's look at unique homes, some of which could also be called weird or strange, but they are incredible. Number 6. Drina River House. The wooden building called the Drina River House looks like a cabin. It's perched on a rock in the middle of the Drina River in western Serbia, not far from the town of Bajina Basta. The first version of the unit was built by a group of swimmers who needed a place to stay dry in 1968. In the years before 2019, it had to be rebuilt 7 times because the high water in the river had taken it away. The house is on the northeastern hills of the Tara mountain range, halfway between Bajina Basta in Serbia and Laži in Bosnia and Herzegovina. 2 kilometers upstream from the center of Bajina Basta is where it is. As time went on, the house got more attention and became better known after the first Drina Regatta in 1994. A lot of people from outside the local area learned about the house because the race route goes right next to it. This is not a surprise since up to 20,000 people from other countries are taking part in the race. The house quickly became popular all over Serbia as a great place to take pictures. One of the pictures made of it was chosen as one of National Geographic's photos of the month in August 2012. Several magazines from around the world wrote about it as well. Number 5. Carro House. Carro House is a building and work of art that can be found in Warsaw, Poland. People have said that it's the world's narrowest house. The architect, Jacob Szysny, designed it through the company Centrala. The thinnest part of it is 92 centimeters across, and the biggest part is 152 centimeters across. Edgar Carrot, an Israeli author and director, was the first person to live in the building. To honor him, the 2-story art piece was named after him. The wrought iron house has 2 floors, and each floor has a living room, a kitchen, a bathroom, and a bedroom. 2 windows on the sides can't be opened, but the walls are made of see-through glass panels, so natural light can also come in those ways. The whole inside of the building is white, and one of the neighbors provides power. There are separate water and sewage systems at the residence, so it's not linked to the city's water systems. Due to the small size of the building, the only refrigerator that can fit inside is a 2-door model with only 2 drink spots. A ladder is the only way to get from one level to another. The door is hidden under the stairs that, when pulled back, become part of the living area. It was named one of the most famous homes in the world by the architecture website Iconic Houses in 2019. It was also included on a list of other notable projects around the world that the website praised. Number 4. The Hobbit House. We found the perfect place for you to get away from everything that's going on in the world. If you want to get away from it all, this beautiful Hobbit House in the woods of northwest Wales is the only way to go. The house is as close to nature as it gets because it's on a permaculture farm that has 40 acres of woods all around it. The only things used to build the roundhouse were things that were found in the bush that was all around it. It had running water, a gas stove, and a wood stove. It was also enclosed. One of the beds is a double, and the couch bed can also be used as a double. The single bed is also quite big. The farm also has a regular toilet, a hot shower, and a recycling toilet that people can use. After dark, you can use the grill and fire pit outside. Although there's 12-volt lighting and a plug for plugging in your phone, there's no main power available. This makes it the perfect place to disconnect from technology and get back in touch with the real world. You are free to walk around the farm at your own pace and get eggs from the chicken coops or use the farm's garden veggies to make a healthy salad. It's all about taking long, slow walks through the trees and the nearby lakes and streams, hanging out in the hammock, and swimming in the lake when the weather is nice, of course. People who own the place are welcome to come hide away, hibernate, nestle, and nuzzle. Number 3. Glass House in Tokyo. This Tokyo house called House NA stands out because of its modern and see-through form. It was made by So Fujimoto architects. The building's very different from the homes around it, both in how it looks and how it was built. For the most part, there aren't any walls inside the house. There are huge glass windows in the house that let in a lot of natural light, but it doesn't look like it has any privacy features. People who live nearby and people who walk by can see almost anything that's kept inside. There are many good things about this high living area that you can focus on, such as its sleek, modern design that has an adventurous feel to it. There are many other good things about this vertical living area as well. Even though it doesn't look exactly like a tree, its style makes it look like a tree. Additionally, there's something about it that makes me think of the structure of a bunk bed. It's likely you'll be climbing the whole time without going into a new room. Three-story building has different levels of living room inside the segmented structure that's great for relaxing on, like sitting on a tree branch. There are also 3 stories in the building. House NA is a modern take on the traditional idea of an adult treehouse that's meant to be a lasting home. Number 2. Falling Water. The famous American architect Frank Lloyd Wright built the house that's now known as Falling Water in 1935. In the United States, it's in the Laurel Highlands in southwest Pennsylvania, about 70 miles or 110 kilometers southeast of Pittsburgh. It's in Fayette County, Pennsylvania, in the Mill Run section of Stewart Township. Part of it was built on top of a waterfall on Bear Run. Lillian and Edgar J. Kaufman, owners of Kaufman's department store in Pittsburgh, had this house built so that they could use it as a cabin on the weekends. When it was done, Time called Falling Water Wright's most beautiful job. The Smithsonian Institution also put it on their list of 28 places to see before you die. That same year, on May 11, 1976, the house was named a National Historic Landmark. In 2007, the American Institute of Architects named Falling Water the 29th best piece of architecture in the United States. The American Institute of Architects chose Falling Water as the best all-time work of American architecture in 1991. The 20th century architecture of Frank Lloyd Wright was named a World Heritage Site in 2019. The house and 7 other buildings Wright created were included on the list. Number 1. The Airplane House. The owners of this hotel are a great example of what can be done when people reuse and think outside the box. This 1965 Boeing 727 was found in a rusty airport graveyard. It was saved and put in the bush next to the beautiful Costa Rican coast. After taking it apart into smaller pieces, the group moved it with a truck and a crane to where it is now, where it can see the warm ocean. I don't think you can join the Mile High Club since the plane is only 50 feet above the ground. That's good to know. On the other hand, you can take it easy on the balconies on each side of the building and enjoy the stunning views. The suite has 2 beds, and even though it looks like an aeroplane crashed inside, it has all the comforts you'd expect to find in a hotel as unique and strange as this one. Through the forest, you can go on an adventure and see the beautiful scenery that the national park has to offer. Watch out for the monkeys nearby. The resort has 2 restaurants and a swimming pool. Both of the eateries serve seafood, which is the specialty of the area. Thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for more interesting information.